Kunzang, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm very happy to invite you to teach Dharma because today is Buddha Shortenmuni's teaching anniversary. Do you know today is?
Yes, today is anniversary of the first time that Buddha Shakyamuni turned the wheel of Dharma in this world. That occurred 2,935 years ago in Varanasi, India. And for those who may not know, Buddha was a being who attained true happiness. Buddha attained perfect enlightenment, omniscient wisdom, perfect peace, perfect harmony, inner and outer. And through that realization, the compassion that arises out of that wisdom and that realization, Buddha taught for over 47 years the techniques so that others could practice and attain the same realization that he did. That they could eliminate all their suffering and attain true happiness, just like he had. And what's amazing about Buddha's teaching is there's a huge library of Buddha's teaching. Over 300 volumes of teachings that Buddha gave during his teaching career. But they all focus on beings thinking, so that beings understand that their thinking is the creator of both their suffering and their happiness. That when you increase positive thinking, you directly increase your happiness, and also you influence others positively. And Buddha taught there's 5 qualities to positive thinking. There's renunciation, compassion, faith, loving kindness, and wisdom. So Buddha said we should practice those, and when we perfect that practice, we attain true happiness, and we become of maximum benefit to others to help guide them to true happiness. Buddha also taught that due to our ignorant view of ego clinging, there arises negative thinking, and those are of 5 types. There is anger, jealousy, greed, pride, and ignorance. By increasing those, we naturally increase our suffering, and we're further and further away from our true nature, further and further away from true happiness. So today, I just wanted to talk very briefly on the topic of greed, one of the 5 types of negative thinking. And I think it's relevant to talk about greed because when we look at the world, all the troubles, the worries, the fears, conflicts that we see in the world today, a lot of that is a direct result of greed meditation, greedy thinking. And in this context, it's important to understand that Buddha taught that greed has 2 qualities. And the first quality is it's chasing happiness, or pursuing happiness. And what this is really based on, this mistaken pursuit, is that we think that happiness is somewhere to be found outside of ourselves. Because due to our ego clinging, our ignorance, and our negative thinking, we feel bad, we feel inadequate, we don't feel happiness all the time. And so naturally we think, well, if I don't have happiness here, maybe I can find it somewhere outside of myself. So this chasing happiness constantly has people in a holding pattern. They're waiting for happiness. If only I can find some technique, some method to find happiness outside of myself, either through accumulating a lot of wealth, or gaining a high position or title, or having the right set of friends, being an influential person, then I'll be happy. So that thought alone means that happiness now is already been postponed. I can't experience happiness now because I need to get those things first. So that really leaves people with a sense of impoverishment. in their attitude towards life. And I think an example we can see of that, like on a large scale, is, you know, we see the difficulties with the economy, the global economy over the last year. And we see a lot of negative conduct from, for example, greedy corporations. They're engaging in actions that are destructive to society and the environment and the economy. What that really is it's an explosion of greed. And all beings that practice greed or meditate on greed are contributing to that explosion. It's a buildup, and it explodes into our world, and then so many people suffer. So it's important to know that Buddha taught, you know, these sufferings that we experience, also don't look outside of yourself to blame somebody. You need to see that your greed is also contributed and led to this suffering. The other type of problem that Buddha taught was squeezing happiness. Even when we do experience a small amount of happiness, we immediately attach to it. We try and protect it and basically keep others from getting it. We need to protect it from our enemies, from our competitors. So that very squeezing creates a tension and creates suffering, because we can't just relax and enjoy the happiness that we're already experiencing. So Buddha taught 3 very specific antidotes to greed based on my understanding of the Dharma. First is you should intentionally practice gratitude. You should remember all the good circumstances, all the good qualities that you already have. Also, you should think about the kindness that others have shown you that allows you to have those good circumstances. By doing that, that helps to antidote this chasing happiness. The second part is practicing generosity on many different levels. Maybe just small material generosity, or generosity with kind speech, or generosity with loving gestures. All those things, thinking about how to benefit others, giving of others, opens up this constant tension and squeezing that we experience through greed. And then finally, a very amazing technique that Buddha taught was to offer to Buddha. That whatever we mentally grasp, whatever we want and desire, whatever we see in our daily life that we think is attractive, we can just at that very moment give to Buddha, just offering. And that very simple practice that can be applied in your daily life will open up this clinging, and naturally you'll experience the restful, peaceful, happy nature of your mind. And so there's a lot more to teach about these topics, obviously, but hopefully somebody can take something out of this teaching and apply it to their daily life. I know it's been a great benefit to me.
Thank you very much, teaching. Many people misunderstand the happiness. Because of that, they think happiness is outside of their thinking, and then they try to chasing and squeeze, never share others. So therefore, the generosity and offering is very good to practice, and thank you very much. I like you very much, and you're a very good monk, and teach more Dharma.